Hello everybody and welcome to the channel. My name is Plummy, and in this video I'm gonna be reacting to two groups which I reacted to their comebacks. I think in my previous video or the video before that. No, I think I reacted to Pentagon's full album, and before that I reacted to them. But yeah, the groups that I'm gonna be reacting to in this video are going to be MCND and Elris, and their songs from their mini albums, but since both of their mini albums are fairly small, each has like 5 songs, and I have listened to some of the songs already, like for MCND. I've seen the title track, and one of the songs is their pre-debut song, Top Gang. So the only songs left for me to react are Hey You and Stereotypes. Well, for Elris, there was Jackpot and This Is Me, both songs that I reacted to already. So the songs that I'm going to be reacting to in this video are going to be No Big Deal and Like I Do. But before we get into the reaction, I just want to thank you all for subscribing to my channel. We finally hit 200 subscribers. I'm hoping that I'll hit 1000 by the end of the year. But yeah, thank you for subscribing to the channel, whether it's for my K-pop reactions, my TV show reactions, or in the unlikely chance that you reacted for my gaming videos. Thank you for doing that. And yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. So let's get into the reaction, starting with Hey You by MCND in 3, 2, 1. I actually don't know what to expect. So far I feel like this one is gonna be a bit more melodic than their title track. Maybe I'll even like it more than it, but we'll see. I definitely like that it's more singing than rapping compared to the title track, because at least it makes it stand out. I kind of like the weird instrumental they're having, or sound, or whatever you want to call it. I'd say this one definitely feels more connected, because I kind of complained for Top Gang being just a rap verse after rap verse and not really having any connective tissue, which was definitely better in Ice Age, but I feel like this one in that regard is the best. But still, it's not perfect, because I feel it maybe it goes a bit too far in the other direction, where it doesn't really have any hard-hitting rapping. The perfect K-pop song for me, with my current tastes, is when there's a balance between the two. For me, groups like 80s and Stray Kids really hit that balance between the two. Okay, so on first listen, I'm not sure, but I think I like it more than Ice Age. Because at least after the few listens I have done with Ice Age, the main thing that I like about the song is actually how chanty it is. That's kind of the selling point of that song for me. Uh, so for that song, kind of only that part of the song I really want to listen to that much. Well, for this one, I'd say overall I enjoy the song more, but I'll definitely need to listen to it one more time, because yes, it's overall kind of more connected and better, but it also doesn't really have a moment in it that really stands out as really good. So yeah, let's get into it again in 3, 2, 1. This instrumental is definitely really catchy. I like how it reminds me of those 8-bit K-pop videos you can find on YouTube. I'm not sure whether this one, I like this one more than Ice Age, but I know for sure that I'll be listening to this one. Honestly, I kind of like that it's different from the title track. It focuses on different things, so honestly I don't think it's that fair to even compare the two, but I have to do it anyway, kind of. Some of the ways they pronounce certain words are a bit off, kind of, in my opinion. But that's kind of a nitpick, so I don't want to get into it too much. But yeah, I definitely like this one. Okay, so as I said, I don't know how much I can compare it to Ice Age, and I don't even remember how much I rated Ice Age, so I'm not gonna really compare it to it. And also it's a very different song. Like Ice Age was very rap heavy, meanwhile this one is definitely more on the singing side of things, although there is some rapping, but it doesn't really stand out that much. Personally, I'm gonna give this one an 8.9 out of 10, and I'm not sure whether it would have worked if they decided to do this one as a title track, but for a B-side, it is honestly pretty good. It's probably gonna be the better song out of the two, even though I still haven't not listened to the second song, Stereotypes, but this one it is pretty good. It's not exceptional, it's not unique, but it is satisfying to listen to, and honestly, I'd say that's the most important. think about the song, whether you're satisfied as you're listening to it. Objectively, honestly, I could easily give it a 10 out of 10, but I feel like that would be too big of a score in my opinion. So objectively, I guess I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10. For me personally, it's an 8.9. And it doesn't matter whether it's gonna be higher or lower than ISH, I'm kind of only comparing it to the songs in this video. So yeah, it is pretty good, but I don't know, I think I still prefer ISH as the title track. So yeah, let's get into the next song of this video, that being MCND's Stereotypes, in 3, 2, 1. Okay, that's a different sound. It reminds me a little of, like, I'm not sure which one of the groups, because I've already reacted to quite a few groups from their beginning to their end, but like, it reminds me a little of like BAP, early BAP. I definitely like MCND's style. I'll definitely need a comeback before I decide properly when I'm gonna be a fan of them and stand them, but I definitely like them right now. Minjae has a very interesting voice. Honestly, I think this song, if it was in English properly, would be a song that I would be listening to constantly. Because as I've said, English, I am actually a huge fan of slow songs in English, but for songs in Korean, I think I prefer faster ones because I can't understand the lyrics. So if I could all the time understand the lyrics, I would probably love this one. Because I actually have been listening to the last few days to a song very similar to this one. And don't worry, if I'm not paying attention on the first listen, I'm gonna do another one. I love how all, I mean, the title tracks Top Gang and ISH are not that far off from each other, but them and Hey You and Stereotypes are actually three very different songs. So far, I'd say this one's sound is definitely the most unique one out of the four. Because Top Gang and ISH are very hip hop heavy. Hey You is kind of an average K-pop song. I still like it, but this one has the most different sound. Okay, let's get into it again in 3, 2, 1. Honestly, for a very rap-heavy group, their singing is honestly not half bad. I think some people might not that like their vocal songs that much because I don't think they really have a vocalist who has generic voice. Because from my experience, that's the kind of vocalist Korea seems to love. The one with your more average voice, while the ones with more different ones are not really that well liked. And while these guys' voices are pretty good, they don't sound average. I can't believe that's kind of a criticism, but hey. I'm not really that sold on the rapping in this one. It kind of falls in the same trap a lot of slow songs tend to fall into, where the rapping has to follow the same beat and it just doesn't work. Whether it's because the rapper usually raps in faster pace so it just doesn't work, or the rapper just can't make it work in a slower pace. I don't know, it just doesn't strike me as good. But the vocal parts I definitely like. But definitely I'd say this one is my least favorite. Or maybe I should say this one is the lowest quality. The least good. However you wanna say it. I still commend it for being different from the rest though. Okay, so for this one, as I said, I like that it's different from the rest. The instrumental is different. The whole vibe of the song sounds different. Like it's nothing like Hey You or Ice Age. But I don't think it just does what it's trying to do as well as those songs. And maybe it's just my preference for those other songs styles. Like Hey You is your average K-pop song, kind of. So I like it because of that. Ice Age is very rap heavy, which is what I enjoy. This one, I guess because of that, doesn't really have that much I enjoy, but still, it's not terrible by any means. Personally, I'm going to give it a 7.6 out of 10, which it's not a low score, but it's quite the jump between the last one and this one. And even though like I said, I like the instrumental, even though, like I said, that it doesn't do what it's trying to do as well, I still like the instrumental. I still like the singing in this one, is really good. But overall, it's just not as good as, I'd say, definitely compared to Hey You. But still, I'm satisfied with actually how these songs are, because it's like in the album, it's like 4 songs, so 3 of those songs are very different from each other, so that's kind of an interesting way to show your variety in your thing. So yeah, I definitely like this mini album, but as I said, I'll still need at least one more comeback to decide whether I like them or not, and whether I'm going to be a fan of theirs or not, although so far I'd say I'll probably be, at least for the title tracks. So yeah, let's get into Elris's part of the video now, and we're gonna start with Elris's No Big Deal in 3, 2, 1. I'm really curious what these B-sides are gonna sound like. So far, the two songs that I checked out had kind of a fusion between Girl Crush and Cute. So far there have been some small things that I've liked, but overall I'm not really loving it. Still, I'll do a second listen on this one and on the next one too, so maybe on the second listen I'll enjoy it more. That's kind of thing I actually really like, and I think it was the member Hie's song that kind of did it earlier in the song too.
그럴 수도 있겠지 별일 없이 지내다 어느 순간 툭 귀찮아지고 그렇다고 내가 너 다시 붙잡을 일은 없으니 걱정 말아줘 전화 떨어줄래 날 뻔뻔한 소리 하지마 아닌 걸 우리 다 알고 있잖아 쿨하게 괜한 시간 낭비 말고 가 같이 좋았다고 또 쏘쏘식었어 우리 온도 이제 no 말해봐 솔직히 너도 알고 있지 괜찮아
I'm sorry I'm not talking at all during this one, but there isn't much really to talk about. Or at least I'm kind of trying to process it, so I'm gonna talk more on the second one. Okay, let's get into it one more time in 3, 2, 1. The song definitely has some interesting elements, and I feel like the sound and the vibe of it I definitely like. And the way they sing it and pronounce it. I like how this girl here sings it or raps it or whatever you want to call this. It's definitely interesting. I feel like it could have been better done though, because it's cool, but like I feel like it's not utilized to its full potential. The beat reminds me a little of 90s music, if not even earlier. Also, I'm not a huge fan of the instrumental chorus, but just because I don't like instrumental chorus as much as proper chorus. It kind of feels lazy a little. I really like his song singing. Like overall, I think they're doing pretty well with what they're giving with the song, and the song is kind of interesting, but I feel like it could have been so much more interesting, even with the whole premise of the song and the vibe they're going for with it. It's like overall it's a good song, but doesn't have much more going for it other than that. Also, I don't get what's with the echo sound that they're going for with the "It's No Big Deal" part. Yeah, I kind of like the 90s vibe that I'm getting from this one. Though I think I'm not gonna be listening to this one as much as This Is Me or the title track, Jackpot. Because really this one, this song doesn't really have one moment that just strikes me as really good and makes me want to repeat it. Like for example, for the title track, it's the part where they sing "I love it." Like that part is really catchy. But this one has several tiny moments that kind of are catchy, but I don't know. It just ultimately feels it could have been better. Okay. So for this one, I mean, I kind of already explained everything, so I'm just gonna go for the ratings, and if I have anything else to add, I'm gonna say it. But yeah, personally, I'm gonna give this one an 8 out of 10 because it ultimately just feels fine. Like the way they sing the song is pretty kind of interesting, I'll say, but I feel like it could have been much more interesting and intriguing, but for some reason it's not. I feel like the chorus is a bit of lackluster because it's just simple instrumental, like nothing going for it there. I guess maybe the fact that it sounds like a 90s song is a plus, but I don't know. I would have gladly given up the fact that it sounds like a 90s song for something more interesting during the chorus. But ultimately, I enjoyed listening to it, but I don't think I will be listening to it after this. For objective score, I don't know. I guess I'm gonna give it an 8.5 out of 10 because usually I give higher scores in objective ones. But I don't know, like I can see people very easily enjoying this one because there's nothing really bad about it. But there isn't enough good about it to be like a 9 or a 10 out of 10. So yeah, I'm just gonna leave it at an 8.5. So let's get into the last song of this video, that being Elris' Like I Do, in 3, 2, 1. I think this one might be a bit more interesting. Definitely the instrumental is a bit more interesting. Okay, so far it's pretty good, but I'm waiting for a really standout part. Let's see how the chorus is going to do. I like how it's building up to it. Hope I'm not disappointed. Okay, I definitely like this one more. It definitely has a catchy hook. Still could have been done a tiny bit better, but it's definitely an improvement over No Big Deal. Not that No Big Deal was bad. And again, I'm probably gonna focus more on talking about the song on the second listen. So I'm gonna focus now on listening to the song. I like the build-up in this song, it's done pretty well in my opinion. And the way the chorus is sung with like that little stop, where she stops for like a second, it's really cool. It makes it really catchy. Okay, let's get into the song one more time in 3, 2, 1. I feel like this song is another one of those that Elris has been doing in this one, where it's a combination of cute and girl crush. Like they do it very well, I really like it. The build-up is so good, I love it. Like, I can listen to the song only for the build-up. To this one, I'll definitely be listening to just as much as Jackpot and This Is Me. Also, this one, it sounds a tiny bit, I mean, honestly, I feel like this is kind of the style of Elris, at least for this mini album, where the music sounds a bit Americanized. Like, it sounds kind of radio friendly, or at least what I personally would call Americanized, because where I live, usually that's the kind of music that is played on the radio or the channels which play American music. So that's kind of my version of Americanized. Like like how the last song sounded like a very 90s American song, this one also has kind of this American twang to it. And I actually like that, because it also still sounds like a K-pop song. Also, I think I got several requests or suggestions for other songs of Elris to check out, so I will be doing that, but not in this video obviously. But probably in the one after the next one.
달라졌어 이제 난 알아 그래 나처럼 맘이 가는 대로 해봐 이런 느낌 Do it like I do 원하는 대로 나처럼 자유롭게 또 상상해왔던 모든 것을 다날 느껴봐 새롭게 like I do 달라지는 기분 like I do 그렇게 like I do 원하는 걸 해봐 like I do
Okay, this one was pretty good. I'd say. I mean, I'm still not sure how exactly I'll put the title track and This Is Me, because I actually listened to This Is Me first, then to the title track. But I feel like, I guess this one is gonna be right after This Is Me, because it is pretty really catchy, especially the pre-chorus and the first half of the chorus. It's really catchy. It's definitely the strong point of the song. I love the whole vibe and feel of the song. It's really good. It's much better than No Big Deal. And again, No Big Deal wasn't bad, but this one is definitely more interesting and catchy. Which is why personally I'm gonna give it a 9.8 out of 10, which is a huge jump from No Big Deal. Like, I really like this one. I'll definitely be listening to this one on my own too. There are a few nitpicks I have, like the second half of the chorus. I think it kind of sounds a bit disjointed, like it doesn't go exactly like you would expect it to go, but it's a minor complaint. Like, I still enjoy it for what it is. And I guess objectively I'm gonna give it a 10 out of 10 because it is a pretty good song. It's, if we ignore really any nitpick and personal things that I'll be annoyed by it, it's pretty much on par with the title track and This Is Me. So yeah, objectively it's gonna be definitely a 10 out of 10. Honestly, this album is pretty good. I don't know whether I'm gonna really remember it, so I don't want to say it's the best album ever, because it's also not my favorite style to go for, but they definitely have a really good album, and it's definitely, from the recent releases, it's definitely in top 5. For me at least. And yeah, if you guys have any requests for songs you want me to react to, make sure to comment them down below and I'm gonna add them to my list, though I don't promise when I'm gonna get to your specific request, because I have quite a lot of requests, and especially with the recent comebacks I've kind of gotten even further behind on them because I wanted to check out all the albums and mini albums and everything, and I don't think I've checked all of them. I still have to check IZ*ONE's album, but I'm still not sure whether I'm gonna do that. So yeah, still comment them down below and I'm gonna add them to my list. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like, subscribe. Also check out the description to my Twitter if you want to follow me there, and to my Wattpad where I post my stories, because in addition to doing all these videos on my channel, I'm also a writer. And in addition to that, I also review my favorite TV shows, movies, video games, like anything like that you can think of. And additionally, sometimes I write K-pop blog posts on my blog, which you can also find in the description. So if you're interested in that, check it out. And if you enjoy my blog posts, enjoy my stories, or simply enjoy my videos, you can head over to Patreon or Subscribestar, where you can pledge your support and help keep me writing all those things and making videos. But still, if you don't want to do it, that's fine. You can still help me out by liking this video, subscribing, and especially sharing this video with somebody who you think might enjoy it. And I think that's pretty much it for this video, so hopefully I'm gonna see you in the next one. Bye!